going to be learning. So our goal today is sort of like two or three things. You are all content experts that were brought together because you are working with students in middle school and high school, and you understand what is being taught in the scope and sequence documents of our core courses in language arts, math, science, social studies. We have 6 or 7 people that are not here today because we, as you all know, kind of pulled this group together at the last minute because our timeline is speeding up. The first day of school is coming really soon. So we're also going to videotape the steps that we're taking. Yes, hi. You guys can all turn and wave to all.
Right. Hey. Hi.
We're going to do a video version of this also so that people that are working remotely can also build some of these courses. And should you all have a question or want to go back and change something or build a new course based on what you learned, you can watch this video and you can also see the steps. Now, the big goal of Virtual Learning Academy is for a student who doesn't feel comfortable returning to school. This Virtual Learning Academy is going to exist for 1 year. Okay? That is assuming school goes back to normal, we have a vaccine, we're all back in schools without masks in the regular experience next year. We're standing this up to meet a need. And that need right now, where every day it grows and grows, we're about 500 kids across the county that have said elementary and secondary, I don't feel comfortable returning to school, I want to work at home. We're not in an NTI situation right now, like we see in other districts, and so we're trying to provide them something that isn't homeschool or isn't leaving the district and moving away to another place. So what we're going to do though is we recognize that students might join the Virtual Learning Academy and decide, I've done this, but I think I want to return to school. So we don't want this to be year-long courses. We also realize some kids are going to be in school and say, I can't do this. I've tried it, social distancing doesn't work, I'm not getting as much out of it, I feel scared to go to school, and I want to withdraw and go online. So we're trying to create something that's a little fluid. So each of the courses that we build today will be 3 trimesters. So 1 year of 8th grade language arts is a trimester 1, trimester 2, trimester 3 course. What we're going to see through this online portal is how you take a year-long course in Edgenuity and you can chop it down. You can chop out parts, you can reset those things, and then we're going to rename it with a common naming structure so that all the counselors at our school can take the students that they would otherwise put into their in-person classes and enroll them in an Edgenuity course. The other thing that students are going to have is what we're calling a virtual learning coach. These are our classified staff members, folks who have compromised immune systems and can't return to work at school, that will actually take groups of our students and interact with them on a regular basis. Not as their instructor, but as the point of contact so that the student feels connected to a virtual space. It's not just log in, good luck, we'll see you in 12 weeks, but rather this virtual learning coach will talk with the students or bring small groups together. They'll send reports home to the families to keep them up to speed on what's going on. And when they have trouble or they're stuck or there's something on, they'll be the people that connect the student to help. And we just want kids to feel supported because this is a really unusual time that we're in. And when you're sitting at home, even if you can do it remotely and you don't need your parent sitting by you, just because you're typing on your Chromebook at home doesn't mean you're doing anything. And so parents need an extra layer of support to help them as they are also doing all their work from home, which is a really kind of crazy and unusual thing. As a parent myself, I sat next to my first grader and tried my very best to help him get through the stuff. I've never been an elementary teacher. I will never be an elementary nor an elementary principal, because they are such huggers. He was a first grader, and I went to visit his class, and like him and all his friends needed a hug, and I was like, whoa, don't hug my leg. I was just like, have a high five, have a fist bump. And I sat next to him, and we would work and work, but as anyone who has had young children knows, it's like keeping them on point and motivated is not easy. So I have a lot of respect for the group that is doing the K-5 work because that's really hard. So for us, a couple of ground rules. I know, just kind of get a sense of your anxiety about masks. 5, I feel very uncomfortable. 1, I'm fine, I feel good with a mask. Can I have a show of hands? Where are you guys at? A little uncomfortable, people are in the middle. I know this is a strange thing to get used to. I've been in the district office, we wear masks all the time in every meeting. Anytime we're in a public place, we wear a mask. You go back to your office, you take your mask off. to, you put it back on. And it's a strange thing to get accustomed to. I personally hate how it pulls my ears out and makes it feel like I have like kind of Dumbo ears. And I have been using the gaiter on my neck, and I really like that, but I'm trying a blue mask for the first time just to see how it goes. This one covers my face well, so I like that. I also find that I open my mouth really wide to breathe, so it feels like I can visualize the mask sucking into my mouth as I breathe in, which is just really also an odd sensation. Now that I've drawn your attention to it, you'll not be able to look away as I do that. And it also falls off my nose all the time, which drives me crazy. So, a couple of ground rules. We are all socially distanced in here, so according to the guidance from our health department, we could all take our masks off now if we wanted to. I have found it hard to drink coffee through my mask, so I do take it off and have a sip of coffee. You guys have to see if you're on my joking wavelength. Some people are, some people aren't. When you get my wavelength, you guys will be together. Sort of what I learned with people. So I will, from time to time, go over and drink coffee and put it back on. But some general rules, just because of us being all over the place and how comfortable we are, let's keep our masks on unless you're drinking or you need to having trouble breathing or something like that. Don't fall out of your chair. Like, if you need air, take it off. But let's keep them on in general, and let's stay socially distanced. If we do need help, or if we did need, someone will come to help you, we'll keep a small distance from each other. Something that we have learned from the health department, this is just like general information. When you have your mask on, you are stopping any germs from leaving your own body, which is the most important. I use the